Since October last year, Kazakhstan has received 12.6 billion cubic meters of water from Uzbekistan, exceeding previously agreed volumes, according to the Minister of Water Resources and Irrigation, Nurjan Nurjigitov. He stated that this water will be used to meet the needs of farmers during the irrigation season, particularly in southern regions of Kazakhstan, which are heavily reliant on water supplies from Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan. The minister also stressed the importance of joint regional efforts to address growing water scarcity. For this and more on this week's top stories from Central Asia, we're joined now by political expert and observer Ozhet Shigirbayev. Ozhet, welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Dorian, for giving me the floor. I'll be ready to share my Central Asia news just in a moment. Kazakhstan received 12.6 billion cubic meters of water from Uzbekistan for irrigation. This is 1.7 billion cubic meters more than was planned previously. The water will be used for the needs of farmers in the southern regions of Kazakhstan during the irrigation season. Earlier, at the 12th meeting of the Joint Working Group on Deepening Bilateral Water Cooperation, Minister of Water Resources of Kazakhstan, Mr. Nurjan Nurjigitov, and the Minister of Water Resources of Uzbekistan, Mr. Shavkat Hamrayev, agreed that more than 16 billion cubic meters of water will be sent to Kazakhstan from October 2024 to October 2025. Also, about 1.8 billion cubic meters of water were sent to the northern Aral Sea, which is 120 million cubic meters more than previously was predicted. In addition, following the 89th meeting of the Interstate Coordination Water Management Commission of Central Asia, the Kazakhstan's Ministry of Water Resources reached an agreement with Tajikistan, Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan on receiving about 3.7 billion cubic meters of water along the Sirdarya River during the irrigation period of this year. This is an important achievement in the development of water diplomacy of the Central Asian countries. Almost every meeting at the level of the heads of the states includes water issues. In addition, according to the World Bank, against the backdrop of population growth in Central Asia to 90 million people, a water deficit will be grown to 25–30%, which is expected by 2050. On April 11, 2025, a meeting of the Council of Foreign Ministers of the Commonwealth of Independent States and the 8th meeting of Foreign Ministers in the Central Asia-Russia format were held in Almaty. During the CIS Foreign Ministers meeting, issues of further strengthening cooperation within the Commonwealth, coordination of efforts in trade, economic, cultural, humanitarian and other areas of interaction were discussed. Within the framework of the meeting of foreign ministers in the Central Asia-Russia format, issues of interaction between the countries of the region in the trade, economic and investment, transport and logistics, and cultural humanitarian spheres, as well as in the field of ensuring global and regional security were discussed. Special attention was paid to the issue of preparing the CIS member states for the celebration of the 80th anniversary of victory in the World War II, as well as issues of cultural and humanitarian cooperation within the framework of unification and strengthening border security. Last week, delegations from 190 countries, 15 observer states and more than 25 international and interparliamentary organizations arrived in Tashkent to participate in the Interparliamentary Union Assembly. The Assembly organized almost 90 events aimed at expanding the participation and increasing the activity of parliaments in achieving social progress and building a just society. In addition to multilateral cooperation, a number of bilateral meetings were held at the sidelines of the forum. Thus, the President of Uzbekistan, Mr. Shavkat Mirziyoyev, received the chairman of the parliaments of Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan and Turkmenistan. Within the framework of the multilateral meeting, issues of strengthening friendship, good neighborness and strategic partnership between the republics were discussed. In addition, a separate meeting was held with Sahida Gafarova, chairperson of the Milli Majlis of Azerbaijan. At the meeting, they discussed strengthening Uzbek-Azerbaijani relations, as well as joint projects within the framework of the Year of Economic Cooperation. They noted the growth of trade turnover and successful work in various spheres of economy and culture. It should be emphasized that the anniversary assembly is being held in Central Asia for the first time in Uzbekistan. The Kazakhstan commodity market, Caspian, and the Uzbek Republic commodity and raw materials market signed an agreement on cooperation in the field of exchange, trade in agricultural products. The document creates a basis for the integration of electronic trading platforms. It's expected that this will help to simplify and speed up the process of cross-border trade in vegetables and fruits. This is especially relevant for the Central Asian region, where high volumes of agricultural production are combined with active cross-border trade. The agreements were reached within the framework of the International Forum Exchange Commodity Market 2025, which was held in Tashkent. Another important area of cooperation is quality standards, certification and product safety. Both sides also agreed to work together in the field of logistics to create comfortable conditions for deliveries and to exchange experience in the field of digital solutions and exchange technologies. It is expected that the first joint pilot trades will be launched in 2025. In general, according to the results of last year, mutual trade between the two countries reached $4 billion of USD. But the heads of state set a more ambitious goal to increase this figure to $10 billion of USD. Uzbekistan, in its turn, continues to actively develop trade relations with Afghanistan. Two countries agreed to regularly monitor trade barriers and increase trade turnover to $2 billion of USD by the end of 2025. The agreement was reached at a meeting between the chairman of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Uzbekistan, Mr. Davron Vahabov, with the Ministry of Trade of Afghanistan, Mr. Nuruddin Azizi. The negotiations discussed projects in the poultry and textile industries, the development of transport and logistics networks, and the simplification of supply chains. Information on any problem will be sent directly to the Afghan Ministry of Trade within the 15 days for prompt resolution. The parties also discussed the development of the logistics sector and optimization of supply chain. Particular attention was paid to the pharmaceutical market of Afghanistan, which is estimated alone at $2 billion of USD and largely depends on imports. This opens an opportunities for Uzbek suppliers. The parties also discussed issues of demand, registration procedures, and rules for advertising medicines in Afghanistan, as well as the possibility of creating local production. During the visit, the possibilities of supplying Uzbek construction materials, including basalt products for large infrastructure and social facilities, were also discussed. The annual need of the Afghanistani side for construction materials is estimated at 350 or 400 million of USD. Previously, they were imported mainly from Turkey. That's all from my part, Dorian. Giving the floor back to you.
Thank you very much, Ojed, for this detailed review.